Do you know what it takes to form a healthy relationship? Do you know how to create the right foundation so your relationship is strong, meaningful, and lasting? If you want a relationship that is full of life and can stand the test of time, then you need to know these 5 steps we're about to uncover, because they are all vital for a successful romantic relationship. Whether you are single, dating, or you're married, these 5 steps are so important for you to learn. You'll discover the truth behind what sets your relationship up for success. So make sure you pay attention and take on everything you discover today. Plus, coming up, we'll tell you how you can get a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This gift is all yours, completely free of charge, so stay tuned to find out how you can get your hands on it. But for now, let's begin the countdown of the 5 steps to building a healthy relationship and avoid breaking up. Step number 1, respect each other's boundaries. This point is step 1 on our list because it's vital if you want a successful and healthy relationship, and it cannot be overlooked. Boundaries are formed in every relationship you have and are highly important. Whether it's with your romantic partner, your boss, your siblings, or your neighbor, healthy boundaries should be set. Boundaries help you to protect yourself. They can help you see what's important and what you're responsible for and what you're not. Respecting each other's boundaries is particularly important in a romantic relationship. When you're with someone, it can be easy to fall into the trap where you put your all into the relationship and end up losing your own sense of identity. Research has shown us that when our boundaries are violated, we feel uncomfortable, which can lead to anxiety and relationships coming to an end. What you must realize is that when you have a partner, there are 3 elements you must be aware of. There's you, your partner, and the relationship itself. So what does this mean? It means that your relationship does not define you, nor is it all you have, and neither party should feel this way. Here are some signs that you don't have appropriate boundaries in your relationship. 1, you agree or say yes to things just to please your partner. 2, you try to control your partner or manipulate them to get what you want, or they control you. 3, you feel guilty for spending time without your partner, or often have very little time apart to avoid feeling this way. Setting personal boundaries are best set at the beginning of the relationship, but really can be put into place at any point with some work. It may be more difficult if you've been with someone for a while, but it's certainly worth ensuring you put them into place for the sake of the relationship. So, how can you set healthy boundaries in a relationship? Firstly, always be honest and speak up. Many people fear of doing this because they don't want to hurt the other person. This doesn't mean being rude, however. And besides, you can't control their feelings and reactions anyway, only yours. Think to yourself, if no one was to be affected by my decisions, what would I do? Know what it is that you want, and that what you think and feel about each situation is just as important. Also, ensure that you give each other enough space and remember who you are and what you love. You both still need to have your own time and space, your own opinions, hobbies, and privacy. Your relationship can grow and flourish together, but knowing who you are and what you want in life doesn't have to change due to being in a relationship with someone. Next up on our list is step number 2, love yourself and make your own happiness. A quote by Pia Skade sums it up perfectly. An outstanding love doesn't come from 2 half-fulfilled people coming together to make one whole, complete life. Outstanding love comes from 2 whole people coming together to share and enhance their already full and beautiful lives. Like I mentioned in step 1 about setting boundaries, you must remember who you are in a relationship and have your own time and space. You must remember that although your partner may bring you joy in your life, at the end of the day, it's you who is in charge of your own happiness. You cannot rely on your partner to make you happy. That's on you. So in order to do this, you need to make time for yourself to truly nurture your own well-being. Perhaps that's sitting and having a cup of tea and reading a book, going for a walk, or attending a sport or hobby that you love. Studies have shown us that being compassionate of oneself is actually linked to lower levels of depression and anxiety. So it really goes to show that taking care of yourself is necessary. Healthy you means a greater chance of a healthy relationship. There are some pretty amazing benefits when you choose to love yourself, and here are a few. 1, all relationships in your life are positively affected. It may sound obvious, but if you love yourself, you will be happier. But really, it's good for all aspects of your life. When you are happy and truly love yourself, your relationships, romantic or not, benefit too. 2, stress levels are reduced. You trust your own ability to handle situations, and by loving yourself, you are creating a happy environment for yourself and those in your life. And 3, healthy levels of self-esteem. Feeling confident and in control of your life will help to build your self-esteem. which will then in turn help to build your happiness even more. Although it can be hard for some, you must put yourself first in life. It's essential for a healthy relationship, so make sure you respect yourself, look after your mental health, and everyone around you will reap the benefits too. Okay, here's a quick challenge for you. Can you fill in the blanks? Address all blank. Any idea what it could be? All will be revealed at step 5 on our list, so stay tuned to find out. Next up, step number 3. Show small acts of love regularly. At the beginning of a relationship, most people feel like they are on cloud 9 and there is a lot of love and affection. Often known as the honeymoon phase, it tends to die down as the relationship progresses. Although you don't have to keep your love and affection as high as it was in the beginning, you should always make an effort to show your partner you care about them as the relationship grows. The more positive energy you put into the relationship, the more you will receive in return. This doesn't have to be a difficult task, and each relationship will be different in how they like to show love. You definitely shouldn't feel like you have to be a certain way that you're not comfortable with. Each relationship is unique, and how you express your feelings and emotion is totally up to the individual. However, if you are stuck with ways to show your partner that you love them, here are some suggestions. 1. Plan a surprise. Whether it be a date night, showing up with a coffee on their lunch break, or even leaving a note for them to find in their pocket. It doesn't have to be huge at all. All the little things count. 2. Take the time to do the small things. It's easy to get caught up in our busy lives and rush out the door each day. But how long does it take to give your partner a hug before you go? And 3. Chat about the big and little things. Open up and chat regularly about anything and everything. It's especially good to chat with your partner if they're stressed and going through a tough time. Show that you're there to listen and help them through it. Before we continue, we want to give you a free gift, the top 7 man-melting phrases that make men fall for you. This amazing report is a must-have and it's all yours, completely free of charge. Simply click on the link below in the description to claim your free gift. Let's continue on our list of the 5 steps to building a healthy relationship. Step number 4, address all conflict. If you never argue in your relationship, that does not mean that you're going to win Relationship of the Year. Disagreements will happen, it's inevitable. And addressing issues shouldn't be avoided, and instead they should be dealt with in a healthy manner. In fact, researchers found that expressing anger to a romantic partner caused short-term discomfort, but also incited honest conversations that benefited the relationship in the long run. So don't think that pushing your feelings aside is going to do your relationship any favours. It can be uncomfortable to talk about issues in the relationship, and at the time, you may feel that it's easier to let it go. But unfortunately, doing so can cause minor issues to fester and become bigger issues. So instead, if there's something in your relationship that you know deep down is a problem, try to deal with it sooner rather than later. So how can you do this in a calm and effective way? First, you need to create open communication. You need to feel like you both can talk about the good and the bad, express your feelings, and talk about your goals in life. Chat and open up with each other often so that there is already a healthy environment for talking about the bigger things. Next, always ensure you speak calmly and you do not attack or attempt to put down your partner. This won't get you anywhere or get you the results that you want. Instead, focus on the issue at hand and respectfully address it. And finally, always remember to compromise. Your partner may not agree with what you have said or just doesn't see things the way that you do. And that's okay. You don't have to see eye to eye with everything. What's important though is that you can reach a middle ground. Both parties need to be heard and understood, and then you can find a way to resolve the issue together. Do you and your partner make an effort to talk over issues, or is this something that your relationship struggles with? Tell us in the comments below. Moving on to step number 5, communicate. If you've been watching our other videos, you'll know that communication comes up often. Why? Because it's extremely important to have healthy communication with your partner if you want to see your relationship last. Have you ever heard of the 4 sides model of communication? According to this model, when you communicate with someone, it actually has 4 messages. Let me briefly break this down. There's the matter layer. This is the factual information. The self-revealing layer. This is what the person speaking reveals about themselves, even if unintended, e.g. their emotions or values. The relationship layer. How the person speaking, the sender, gets along with and what he or she thinks of the receiver. And lastly, the appeal. This is the instructions or the desire that the speaker is seeking. Communication has so many layers, and it's important to know that what you say may not be received the way that you think it is. So if you're speaking, be clear, say what it is you mean, and do your best to get the message across in a polite and straightforward way. And if you're the one listening, Ask questions if you're unsure. It can be easy to get defensive or misinterpret what they meant, so instead end up making assumptions. Listen effectively so that they know that you're eager to listen and value what it is they have to say. Healthy communication is a skill, so it should be one that you always work on to improve in the relationship. It will help to avoid arguments and frustration, as well as to build a closer and more meaningful bond. It's very common in relationships that arguments arise from one partner being fed up about something they did or didn't do and let out a lot of built-up emotions that should have already been addressed. Some examples would be someone saying to their partner, "You never do anything around the house. Why am I always the one picking up after you?" Or, "You never seem to care what I think." And these statements get a reaction, and thus an argument begins. As I've previously mentioned in step number 4, if you can be aware of the minor things that is a potential problem to you, address it before it grows and festers. It does not need to become a large issue. Politely speak to your partner about what you are thinking and feeling early on will help to prevent any future blow-ups. That wraps up today's video on the 5 steps to building a healthy relationship and avoid breaking up. Don't forget, you can claim your free gift by clicking the link in the description below. We would love for you to click the like button and subscribe to our channel for the best dating and relationship tips and tricks. Thanks for watching and see you next time.